Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Revoltech Yamaguchi number 93, the Blade Liger. And it's one of those interesting find at Amiyami's pre-owned section. And just got me curious. I do own a couple of Revoltech, and most of those are the humanoid figures. And they have that very interesting style to them. And if you own a Revoltech, you kind of know what I mean. As well as the famous Revoltech joint, which is a ratchet, which sometimes are good, sometimes they're not. It just depends. But for the most part, I prefer if they don't have a fixed point, which I like on the Revoltech Mini. Anyways, getting back to this one, yeah, got me interested of getting this one because it's more of a mech, a robot, and I just want to see how it kind of turns out. And I'm actually quite surprised about this box. This box is huge. And it's about a foot on one side, so it's a square. It's almost a foot by a foot, and it's a big box. On the back here, put my lamps out of the way again. A lot of cool things. I do have the D style Blade Liger, which I've reviewed before. It kind of does the same thing. it's a small mold kit, but this one is actually a figure. And on the bottom, it kind of showcased that. I'm not sure if they made the Revoltech Geno Breaker. That's the kind of like T-Rex looking down there. I think they might have. Yep, I think it's been a while since they've released this. Actually, let me take a look on when was this made. Doesn't say. Where is the year when you need it? Oh, interesting. What do put the year on this? Anyways, this runs. I think. Well, I'm looking at Amazon. I think you can get one for about $70. I think I got this for a lot less. I think it was pre-owned, but it's almost new. One thing did fall off. One of the side of the fins did fall off there. So hopefully I can put it back on. And Revoltech has this weird thing with their point system. There's a lot of disc here, and you get 10 of them. And I think each one is 2 points. Yeah, they have this really interesting kind of like a coin currency. I think you can. I'm not sure if you can exchange it for something, but I think it might be a campaign somewhere in there. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the box, which took me 3 minutes to talk about. Anyways, let's take a look inside. Alright, so out of the packaging, we got this, but they display it in a way that the other half you have to put on. Very interesting. And the problem is, as you can see here, we have the joints here, and actually this is a double joint, which they usually put for a knee, and you get one of those big I think 10mm joints here. Very cool. And unfortunately you get this, which as you can see we have the joint here also. That's probably why they've given us a tool. I also want to get one of these Revoltech joint pullers. It has a little bit of a, I don't know how to say that, but a little texture there to grab onto this. But this is plastic, and it tends to slip or fall like that. I'm not sure of how well this will do, but I'm just gonna go grab one of them. I kind of loosened this one up, but we just gotta grab it like so and pull. That's the idea, but I've tried pulling the other way. It does not seem to work. Now my other question is, why did they put this joint in here in the first place? Something tells me since plastic kind of warps as they get heated through packaging and delivery and something of that sort, they probably just put this on as a placeholder. That way this peg hole here doesn't shrink, which usually happens when some toy manufacturers forget to put something. So that's not too bad, and we can put this on here. You just slide it in. There we go. Now the other fun part, let's take out this one here. I kind of just want to loosen up it's a bit, but it's such a weird angle. Every time I try to pull a joint like this, it feels like I'm gonna break it. Yeah, it's not gonna work that way. So let me see if I can pull this out, or maybe just pull it from here. This one is connected straight. I do have a little bit more leverage to pull this out. There we go. So it's easier to pull it from that. I'm just gonna connect this here. And there we go. A little bit, so a little bit more. There we go. All right. All right. So we got the Liger so far. So the fins, if it can, it's just connected like so. Just slide this in, follow the grooves. Yep. And I'm already feeling the Revoltech joint. Another thing I don't like about Revoltech joint, it makes the whole thing more plastic than it should be. I don't know if that makes sense, but it kind of does. Weird. Yeah, this thing underneath it kind of gets in the way. Wonder if it goes back some more. Nope. The joint, there's a joint underneath. It's a big joint right there. Alright, so let's put some more parts. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Oh, alright. So small one goes here. They got those little that might be a 2mm peg. Doesn't have a ratchet, but putting this on could be. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, that's not good. That's one thing you don't want to do. There we go. Why is it so hard to do that? Let's do this on this one. Just gotta put it at an angle which will not slide off. This one went in easily. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, we got it in there somehow. When we got the tail. Okay. Huh. This is the time where you actually want to have a ratchet on that, because it gives it a little bit more stability as opposed to this. I'm not sure of that, how long. I mean, they do have 3 points. Well, I guess they can't really put a joint there. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure how long will that last. But the thing is, with the Revoltech joint, you can angle it in a way that will swivel horizontally, and that kind of deters it from gravity taking its place. Anyways, we got the tail there. Let's have the blades. So it's a blade Liger. And putting this down here. Yep. Just a straight peg. And not sure if I'm doing this correctly, but that doesn't seem to work. Am I missing something here? Oh no. Is it going this way? Sorry, off camera, but okay, that one connects. What? Okay, that one connects, but this one was loose. Oh, what? That is weird. And something seems to be in some kind of... Oh, okay. I tried to put this on the other side and it was slipping. Huh. Maybe you can only put it on one side. Well, we got it in there somehow. And I'm hoping... Yeah, the blade should go this way. That's right. You can fold it up. Alright, we got everything in there. And let's continue with the review, I guess. Let's start over. Alright, so there's a couple of things that we should just get out of the way. So there is a Revoltech stand. You got the arm here and the base and one extra Revoltech joint, which is to connect them together. Yep. So might use that or not. And you also get this orange. Basically, it's the Revoltech. It's kind of storage unit to put your extra Revoltech joints, which is nifty. I might put all the coins here, although I might just leave the coins on the box. Probably not gonna use the coins. Yeah. And a few other things on the box is they always have this kind of like an advertisement that you should pick up the other Revoltechs as well. Yep. So we got the alien here, some kind of Robo, and a bunch of Godzilla or Kaiju monsters. Yep. Yeah, Gamera. I forgot what this name is. It's a weird other monsters. I'm not too sure what they are. So that's that. If you're just kind of curious what that is. And you also have more promotional stuff. And we have Trigun here. You got the Shield Liger. Or sorry, the Blade Liger. And then you have the Geno Breaker there. We have Guts. I am not sure what those are. Got Lupin, Evangelion, and basically you have a checklist here if you want to collect them all. They do have other, like the Macross planes there. Interesting. Oh, there's more stuff underneath. But... And what's Revoltech? Oh yeah, there we go. The coin system, which you can exchange for your 100. Ah, jeez. That's 100 points. If you want to get more of that, you get 30 points. I just got that. Although this blanks kind of does look cool. Then this one is probably smaller. Revoltech.in. I'm not too sure if IN is that Indonesia. Well, there we go. You can exchange those for things. But for the Liger, it's 10 points. Just imagine how much are the other ones. Yeah, how many you have to buy. Alright, so here we go. Right, so just first thing I noticed, in terms of paint app, you get this really nice metallic blue. The white, it's just gloss white. Can't say if that's pearl. But the metallic blue is really nice. There's a little bit of paint. Actually, no, that's actually part of that. A little bit of paint pulling at the edge there, but not too bad. It's nice. They even painted the fangs gold, and yeah, even the pistons here are gold. There's a little bit of silver. Yeah, the power of the claws, nicely painted gold. The blades, you got the silver here on the core, and you have the gloss black. A really nice paint. I like it. Although the gray here, kind of wish it kind of stands out more. Yeah. Not too bad. Right, so in terms of articulation, you got this ears here. It's in a small Revoltech joint. And there it goes. Let's try to I wonder how come this side here. Oh, okay. There we go. Just wondering. Well, that's another thing with Revoltech joint is it depends on how far you put the joint in. Sometimes it gives you a little bit more clearance and articulation if you just kind of pull it out. Yep. Then you have this chin here, which is kind of out of place. It kind of feels like it likes to move out of the way. I think that's for when you open the mount, which you'll see a little Revoltech joint there. And unfortunately, he get to the point where, you know, his jaw is kind of like, you know, out of whack. Not aligned properly. But, you know, it's up to us to work on that. And we're going to talk about this side fins here. Yep. Well, how come this one is not moving? All these inconsistent joints. Oh, trying to get this thing on. What? Okay, there we go. I kind of wish there's a little bit more play like this one. It's probably something I have to work on. There we go. Alright, I got that thing fixed. Then, we already talked about this fins here, which I've connected early on. You get the tail. Got 3-4 joints. You can rotate them. It has some interesting details on that. You get pins on this one is fixed. No joint there, but you get this flap here, even here for the boosters. Even this one is a flap. Then I think I kind of showed this mechanism here. I think that's just on a hinge right there. And that's just a straight peg. Now, fun part, the joints. So you got this bottom part here, which this one is kind of free flowing, and we get the stand there, connection, and we can move this in and out. Then we get a double jointed shoulder right here, which I guess in a certain pose, oh, you gotta, how do we rotate this from? There we go. Trying to have him do a certain pose, but that involves me to rotate the whole Revoltech joint. There we go. Somehow. So we get a joint here on the paws, and I think some nasty nub mark. Oh, it's actually a double joint. Then you have a single joint right there, and just have that joint on the base. This is gonna be a very interesting figure. A lot of joints. Same thing on the back here. Double joint here, double joint here also, and a single joint there. Yeah. Let me do one of the iconic poses he has where he just sits down like a cat or a lion. Actually, I don't think cats do this. And there we go, something like this. Get the tail up here. While we're at it, you know, might as well, you know, scratch your, you know, you gotta scratch with your hind legs. Yeah, let's get this thing here. There we go. I think it's able to reach that. There we go. Something of that sort. I have to play around with some more. Getting just the right angle could be a little tricky. There we go. I don't know. Also, there's a big joint right there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's for the back. That's on the top, and on the bottom it connects to the abdomen, and this probably gives him. Oh, get stuck here. A certain oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now he can kneel back. And what is that? That is some crazy nub. Why do they do this? Oh, jeez. Hold on. I gotta get rid of that. Someone who built mold kits, you see a nub mark, you gotta get rid of that. Let me get my tool bag here. Yeah. Needs toolbox. This is probably gonna be one of those long reviews where I kinda just ramble on and. Anyways, let's get rid of that nub mark. I'm pretty sure that's a nub mark there. It's... Yeah. Oh, hold on, before I cut something. Yeah, there is no reason for it to be there. Is there? Hold on, let me inspect this before I start cutting stuff. Alright, it turns out it is actually part of the joint on the bottom. Those are really long pegs. Okay, probably best not to cut it. Oh, I could cut it flush, and I think it's gonna make a much difference, but yeah, I'll just leave it there. It is actually the peg of the joint. I tried. It's one of those that it looks cool in a picture. I'm having him scratch with his left hind foot, I guess. As opposed to the right as shown in the pictures. It's not working. Yeah. Well, you get this illusion when you have in this pose where his feet is kind of touching this side here, but you just got the shoulder and I already put the joint all the way down and it's not letting me. Yeah, just not enough. This is not long enough for the foot to really touch it. Surprisingly. And that's another thing I'm not too fond about Revoltech. It's limited in terms of articulation. But you know, sometimes you're stuck with Revoltech. But yeah, it's still not too bad. You can have him just standing, but you just gotta play around with this joint system. Yeah, could be frustrating sometimes. There we go. Probably just have him like this. I mean, there are cool aerial poses which involves the stand. Maybe I should have used the stand, but you know, just have him the claw attack, or use the blades for that matter. Yeah, you know, despite having that Revoltech joint, it's still manageable. Just in terms of you gotta find the right spot. Well, then again, four-legged figures are actually kind of hard to display, just because you're working with four separate joints. Just finding that sweet spot for it to stand. Let's see. Is there any other? Okay, there we go. I was looking for that. Not sure. There we go. He can look up. That's what I'm trying for. And there is a joint underneath, right over there. Not sure if it's showing in the camera, but yep, this allows him to look up, which is nice. Yep, not too bad. Alright, for size comparison, we have the D-Arts Mega Man here. And just in case you don't have Rush, but you have the Revoltech Blade Liger, why not? And well, for the hell of it, oh, maybe he has to kneel or something, but you can have ride the Blade Liger. There we go. Do some crazy team up there. That kind of works. Why not? Yeah. And yes, it's one of those halfway through the review that you just decide, you know what? Why not? Let's just use the base. There we go. Yeah. Actually, definitely, you gotta use the base for this. You gotta have that flying dynamic pose. Well, except for getting all the joints in the right place. Yeah, really cool. Would I recommend this figure? That's a good question. For something that if you're a Zoids fan, you like the Blade Liger, and you're looking for something already built, there are other mold kits of the Blade Liger out there, like the Takara Tomy Kotobuki 172 scale. They're big. Those are great. I would recommend those. Even the D-style one, the small cute version of this, that's great too. But if you want something that's a figure ready, that's playable like this, postable, as you can see in my review, there is frustration a little bit just getting that joint on the right moment, and by the time you move that one, you're gonna end up moving the other ones. There's a lot of variables with Revoltech joints, which it really depends on you. Likewise, if you already have a Revoltech and you kind of know how they are, there you go. But if it's your first time, it might be a little frustrating. Anyways, what else can I do with this? Although I think I've already extended my video for too long. Oh yeah, I do have another thing I want to try this on. And this is what I've been trying to do. Finally got to do it. So basically, I wanted a Gundam riding one of the Zoid figures, or mold kit, and preferably the 172 scale Koto kit. But if I were to get the Liger pack for the Liger, the blue one, it's gonna be, well, those kits are kind of costly and time to build them. I do have the Schneider, which I'm really satisfied, so I just want the blue Liger. A blue Liger. Well, here we go. Finally got to do it. So I have the Double O Riser real grade here, which I recently reviewed. They look nice with each other. Kind of reminds me of He-Man. And also I want to share something. One of my viewers pointed out, and that's a great thing about doing reviews. You have interaction with your viewers, and that person's name is Derpasaurus. Pointed out that I put the GN binders incorrectly, or I've missed a step, and basically I missed the part where you can slide down the gray piece down, and this will allow you to connect the GN or the GN drive, the cone shape, more stable in there. And yeah, I appreciate you mentioning that. I'm not sure if you're watching this particular video, but yeah, that's great. I finally got that fixed. And plus, you can put the GN shield on top of the GN binder, and you don't have to do that crazy combination that I did. Although, I kind of liked how it looked, because this one now looks like two big pigtails. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my review for the Revoltech Blade Liger, and hope you guys like it. I do apologize for it being too long. It's just something with me today, or maybe it's just reviewing a Revoltech, which could be slightly frustrating. Anyways, that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. Till then, this is Meats. Thanks for watching.